Hi guys, Dr. Ray, Chiropractic Plus. Now, today we're going to talk about something everybody wants, everybody needs, and everybody desires. Because I'll tell you what, without it, it's a complete waste of life, and that is energy. And what's the biggest complaint we have in 2020? Fatigue, lack of energy. I'm exhausted all the time. I can't seem to find any time. I go to bed tired, wake up tired. I'm sleepy at work, I'm sleepy in the afternoon. No matter what, you're tired. So what we're going to talk about is the energy machine inside our body. Now, the bugger that works in that, the cellular mechanism, is something called the mitochondrion. It's the energy machine of the body. Now, the energy machine, it churns out that energy because of specific nutrients. Now, there's 3 types of macronutrients. Those are the things that fuel us. That's fats, carbs, and proteins. Now, let's talk about them in reverse order. Proteins. Never, ever, ever should proteins be used as an energy source. And the reason for that is because it puts off a byproduct called urea, which is poisonous. And if you're missing certain nutrients, you'll also build up lactic acid, and that creates inflammation. So we want to stay with the protein of the body is what we're made of. Everything you can see and everything inside of us, the heart, liver, spleen, kidney. So we make sure we have adequate amounts of protein. All right. Now, the next kind of fuel is carbohydrate. Now, that's sugars. Now, if you think about sugars, think of it like diesel fuel, kind of a dirty fuel. It kicks out dust and everything else. So we want to minimize the amount of sugar. So the primary energy source should come from fat. So fats become fatty acids inside the body, and then a specific nutrient called carnitine. Now, carnitine is a supplement right here. This bugger right here takes fat, and in the presence of carnitine converts it into something called acetyl-CoA. When we're thinking about energy production, you're simply a processing factory for generating that, and one of the workers is called carnitine. So if you want to have increased energy, carnitine is one good thing. Now, as the Krebs cycle spins, the next thing we need in that cycle is B-complex, B vitamins, B1 and B2 specifically in burning fat. And if you're using sugar as fuel, you need the other B vitamins as well. So I'm going to encourage you to get B-complex if you're looking for energy. Now, these things, guys, these are like energy pills. You should not take these in the PM because they'll keep you up at night. But a great, great source of energy. So as the Krebs cycle continues to spin, the next thing you're going to get is lipoic acid. Now, B vitamins and lipoic acid work in concert with one another in the processing of fuel. So lipoic acid, critical. Now, in the same product, we also have something called coenzyme Q10. In the second to the last step of the Krebs cycle, that's where CoQ10 on something called the electron transport chain, don't worry about the big words, just basically it oxidizes the oxygen and pushes it into generating ATP energy. Tons of energy. Now, the only other thing that is that's critical in the Krebs cycle is magnesium. Now, guys, if you don't get any supplement ever, take magnesium glycinate, because magnesium, guys, is responsible for, I think it's 126, I believe, metabolic processes, not the least of which is energy production in 2 different steps in the Krebs cycle. So magnesium glycinate is going to get there. So if you're looking for energy, the Krebs cycle is the answer, guys. You got those supplements we talked about. That's going to crank up the energy. But this very last step in the Krebs cycle is the production and use of oxygen. You need oxygen to generate these 36 gallons of gasoline or 36 ATPs. So if you don't have adequate amounts of oxygen, you're going to back all the way up and start using protein as sugar, sugar as sugar, poisons, inflammatory, and almost no energy from it. So guys, we got to exercise. The essential number 4. So we're talking today about essential number 3, which is nutrition, and essential number 4, which is fitness. And using the HIIT training is the best way to burn fat, not just now, while you're doing like running on a treadmill, but actually 48 hours beyond. So guys, take those action steps and let's start getting more healthy. Thanks for listening. Take care.